What's going on, good people? This is Marcus, your host and mediator of the No Hesi Hoopcast. And we're excited. This is a special episode, man, because we are doing our first annual Hezi Award. Oh, yeah. Hey. Oh, yeah. This is going to be a vibe. All right. Without further ado, man, we're going to be kicking off the first annual Hezzys. All right. This is a day where we're going to talk about all of the great winners of this year in a robust array of categories. Mm-hmm. So let's kind of get this jumping off. First of all, fellas, how y'all doing today, man?
Yo, this is a monumental occasion here, man. You know what I'm saying? This is unprecedented. We've never been here before. We've never done this. This is why we're the best. All right. Is that my playoff music, Lee?
That's your postseason music right there.
Hey, if you're over bloviating, just play that music and
right.
You got 2 more seconds.
That's like with the hook.
Right. How you doing, Lee?
I'm good, man. Everything's going well. Happy to be back on a Monday, giving the people what they want. You know what I mean? So, shout out to K Woods. I ran into him out in the streets of Sac, and he did say that the missing weeks in action did create the buzz in the streets that we were looking for. And he did tell us that the streets need us. So shout out to K Woods and everybody out there that's tuning into the No Hesi on the live or the playback. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That way you can keep up with us. Every Mondays we will be going live.
And follow us on IG as well. No Hesi Hoopcast on IG.
Absolutely.
Definitely want to make sure you tapped in with the squad. Fellas, let's get right in to this year's Hezzys. Our first category, and we're going to start with Black here. Our first category, best cut of the year. Who you got?
All
Black?
Right, man. So the last few years, man, has been an uptick in originality when it comes to the cut. I mean, really, that kind of like fuels a lot of these guys' play.
Right.
You had De'Aaron Fox a couple years ago with the Vegeta Super Saiyan cut. You have a series of crop tops, from your Brandon Ingrams and so on and so forth. But this year, man, I gotta give it to one of the more original cuts that I think I've seen in the league, and that's gonna have to be Reggie Bullock. The New York Knicks. He's got the freeforms on top with the little, the sides tapered. He's keeping that cut going. I mean, Elfrid Payton cut that off.
Yeah.
A couple other guys had that cut, man. Lonnie Walker, he also cut it. But shout out to Reggie Bullock. He's playing really well for the Knicks, and I think in part due to the cut.
Man, I like that. I like that.
I do like that.
Who you got, man?
It's a nice cut. A glimpse of the Reggie Bullock jump off.
Lightweight looks like some type of rooster, right?
Right.
Lightweight looks like an MMA fighter, right?
Yeah. Like he got hands.
Looks like he knows Muay Thai.
Right. So for my cut, my Hezi for the cut game definitely goes to a young player who's been, kind of doing his thing for a little while. He's really leveled up as far as the offensive threat in the league, and I think there's no surprise, who the young cut is in the league today. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and roll with Jason Tatum. All right.
All right.
Bro, I knew you were gonna pick Jason Tatum.
Right. Yeah, the cut is it's just too ideal, right?
Yeah.
It's too ideal.
He's got the prime lineup,
Right.
Right.
No hair out of place.
Well, fellas, for me, I had to go with the OG who had a certain haircut his entire career, but as of last year and going on to this year, he's changed it up, and I'm all about change. I'm going with Dwight Howard. Got the braid up top, you know what I'm saying? The nice taper on the side, well manicured, always looking clean with the gold tips. I'm here for that. Man. I like that. That's a fresh kind of look for me. So
absolutely,
he looks completely different as well. You're right about that.
Reinvented himself.
Yeah.
Dwight definitely reinvented his career with the different hawk cuts. You know what I mean? definitely became a defensive juggernaut in the second unit with this hawk too, right?
Yeah.
Right. I think that like solidified his place as like a role guy as well.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, he became a standout role guy even, right? Hey, real quick for honorable mention, there is one cut that I did want to throw out there for honorable mention. You know, I mean, we ain't gonna do too much of these, but this one just definitely seemed worth it. So I just definitely gotta go ahead and shout out Cam Reddish. This dude looks like this looks like a holy convocation on his head, right? You know what I mean? This looks like he was cut in a mosque or some type of sanctuary, right? You know what I mean?
He has both a taper and a dread top, right?
Yeah.
Right. This is definitely a set apart cut for sure. You know what I mean? He got a part too. He really has like 3 different levels to his head. You know, not to mention the subtle addition of the black ice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta give him props. But yeah,
looking like a broccoli stock, right?
looking like that little Play-Doh machine where hair come out. You know? All right.
Looking like Wally Warhead.
All right, cool, man. So those were our awards for best cut. Now we're moving on to the next category, guys. We have best signature shoe. Black, let's go with you, man. Who you got for best signature shoe?
Man, I think you know, there's no surprise with this next one. In my opinion, he's had the best sig kick for a little while now, next to Kobe. Yeah. It's almost the same build, if you will. I own a pair of his kicks. Amazing to hoop in. I'm sure players like hooping in them as well. A very controversial figure on No Hesi. But in my opinion, I have to give the Hezzy to this player here, Kyrie Irving, the Kyrie 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
The colorways, the symbology.
Right. A lot of symbolism, right?
Right. The comfortability, and just the overall look. I think very, very cool shoe. I got to give it to Kyrie.
Nice price point too. You know.
Yeah, not too expensive. Not too expensive.
Yeah, definitely a nice shoe, man. Definitely like the Kyrie.
Absolutely, he's definitely got the. I would definitely say he's got the nicest sig shoe in the league as well. I didn't necessarily want to choose him, but
yeah,
I mean, there's really not another signature shoe I think that can compete with his as far as style on the court, as far as just basically being a creative player, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like kicks that you would imagine yourself kind of being shifty in. So I'm gonna go with the Kyrie too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sold too. I'm gonna go with Kyrie, man. I actually had just kind of throw an honorable mention. I did have the Zion 1. Zion 1 is a decent shoe, but after looking at those Kyries, I'm going with Kyrie.
I would also say Kevin Durant is up there as well. Yeah. But I have heard some negative reviews on the Kevin Durant's. I heard that it kind of cuts the back of your heel a little bit. It's kind of tough on the back. So, you know, they look cool though. I think Kevin Durant's shoes definitely are some of the cooler looking kicks.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I usually wear KD shoes when I make a player in 2K. I've been doing it for a couple of years. These designs are pretty cool though. These designs are pretty cool.
Pretty cool design. I saw him on a show where he broke down his kind of design strategy and stuff. So it's pretty nice shoe.
And he's got the little Z, like the little part on the side of the shoe too.
Yeah.
Those are Jordans, correct?
Yeah, those are Jordan brand.
Yep.
So all right, that's our Hezzy Award for best signature shoe. Now moving right along here, maybe the same player. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Best layup package. Black, we're gonna start with you on this one, man. Who you got for best layup package in the league?
I think you hit the nail on the head. You know, I mean, there are some other guys on this list that should be considered. I mean, Jamal Murray also has a pretty amazing layup package as well. But man, it's got to be Kyrie. It's got to be, right. I mean, this guy backspin finishes. Switch of hand. It seems like anytime he gets into the crevices of the defense, he's going to make the layup. So I definitely got to give it to Kyrie.
Either hand, like you said, English, all of that, man. League, who you got, brother?
I'm going with Kyrie as well. I mean, ain't no need to try to do too much. You know, it is what it is. It's very evident on who the best finisher under the rim is. And it's tough to get Kyrie Irving highlights or finishes, particularly for this year. We could find it for his whole career, but the YouTube editors haven't really got down on this yet as far as his layup package for this year. But we already know it's off the spin, it's off the hook. How do you want it? Left hand, right hand, back spin, front spin, under the rim, around the rim protecting the other side of the rim.
Right.
I mean, what do you want? You know, over the big. You know what I mean? Around the guard. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter. So, absolutely, I got Kyrie.
Yeah, the level of creativity for the layups is really what it is for me. I mean, like you'll think that he has a lane, and he'll completely switch it up and do something different, and you're like, man, I don't know how he got that off. But, I'm glad he did.
Right. I don't know how he got that off, but I'm glad he did. What about you, Mark? You got another cat, or same cat?
Man, it was Kyrie. It was the Kyrie for me.
Right.
He definitely wins hands down the No Hesi best layup package.
Right.
So let's move right along, fellas. We're going to this is vintage Kyrie right here.
Look at that.
Ooh. That's just
unnecessary. He almost inspired Jelly Fam, right?
Absolutely. He was there would be no Jelly Fam if it wasn't for a guy actually doing those things on the NBA floor, right?
Right.
So
the audacity.
Right.
All right.
You already know something.
Moving right along, fellas. Let's talk about the best catch and shoot. Who's winning the Hezzy for best catch and shoot player? Black, we'll start with you.
Man, there's a lot of great shooters in the league this year. A lot of guys, like pretty much like this is a lane now, right? You know, each team should have a catch and shoot at this point.
Right.
Shout out to OGs like Reddick and Corver for kind of carving this lane out. Klay Thompson kind of like modified, what this has become. But this season, man, I got to give it to a guy that, as the kids say, quite literally got it out the mud. Duncan Robinson, man. Duncan Robinson for the Miami Heat, man. I think he just hit like 500 threes, like quickest to 500 threes in his career. So, man, shout out to him. He was like a 10-day. I think he was a 10-day contract. A couple seasons ago, and now he's carved out a whole lane in the league, and now teams are looking for the Duncan Robinson type at this point. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. Who you got, man?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Joe Harris. Duncan Robinson was a good one. I not even because he's number one on the list, but
that would be very casual.
Right, absolutely. But he literally has probably the most important role out of any catch and shoot perimeter player in the league right now, because we all know there's no stopping KD, Kyrie, and James Harden, but they're going to need a kick out man.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to knock down the shot. Also, Joe Harris is another one that got out the mud. Remember, he came through on a 10-day as well. G League, all that. Got a chance and delivered for LeBron initially, right? Joe Harris was initially on the Cavs, and LeBron James did put him in the game, and Joe Harris was able to knock down shots to actually put himself in the mix. He did get traded, of course, in a Bron trade, but that's to be expected on role players, right?
Right.
He ended up landing on his feet and getting a nice size contract for a specialist. So Joe Harris is another one that he literally is the he pretty much is the prototype for that I can't do nothing but shoot.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to find my way. I'm gonna try to find a place in the league for me, where I can get paid as a specialist. So as far as coming from the G League and not having a look, you know what I mean? Just kind of that thing. Right there.
For sure.
Yeah, I think Joe Harris is a good pick. That's who I had simply because of the team he's on. It seems like he's kind of taking the mantle of the number one catch and shoot in the league kind of guy. And that's before seeing this list. So this definitely is confirmation. So, fellas, we got Joe Harris for the best catch and shoot. In that same vein, prettiest release. Who do we have there? Who's winning the Hezzys award for that? Black, we'll start with you.
Hey, look, man, I give this guy a lot of grief on the pod. And I think the fans of No Hesi, they'll be happy to know that I'm going to show them some love on these Hezzys. I got to get a Hezi to Steph, man. I got to get a Hezi to Steph simply because he's not only, kind of, revitalized and placed a huge importance on shooting, but with his release, man, when he puts that thing up, you think it's going in every time, even if he's well defended. And it just looks so pure.
It's next level. It's next level.
I agree. It's the wrist work for me. I definitely agree with you on that. It's hard to, he doesn't need any space or any, but I did have somebody other than Steph that I did actually shoot. So
word.
But we'll give Steph his flowers for sure. The release does look quick. Really, really automatic. Yeah, it looks like a mechanism, some type of mechanism. But I actually have another guy. He's also been going on a tear this year, more so on the under. I think I'm echoing a little too.
No, you sound good on my side.
Okay, my fault. But there's another guy. He's also been on a tear this year, and I just wanted to show love. His shooting has been off the chain. He is up there in the catch and shoot list too, so that's pretty cool. But I'm gonna go ahead and roll with the Terry Rozier third. He's been doing his thing for real this year, and the jump shot he's been putting on a clinic as far as shooting off the dribble, an amalgamation of other tough 3-point, very high difficult shots.
Right.
But you see the high release, you know what I mean? Obviously he missed that one. He did have 7 threes in this game particularly, but
wow.
He's just shooting really, really he's just real shifty. He tastes like a baby Kyrie Irving, honestly. Kyrie Irving light, you know what I mean? But shout out to Terry Rozier. The application on the shot, man. I've been feeling what he's been doing this year as far as shooting the ball and the release point.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Scary Terry, man. Shout out to Scary Terry.
Yeah, Terry, he's nice, man. I think for me, y'all, when I think about release, I think about just the I've always liked slower releases when it comes to like Paul Pierce. I always thought, man, I like that slow kind of release of it. So for me, I went with a kind of dual. Jason Tatum and Paul George have very similar releases.
Absolutely,
I like the fluidity of just the look of it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the one that I went with.
Absolutely. Jason Tatum is an excellent shooter. He's got that. that kind of over the head kind of thing.
Right. Right.
Same with Paul George too.
Very high release points.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So I'm feeling that.
I think somebody else that's up there too for me is Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal has a very formulaic release. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like Beal's release too, but Tatum, he's got some. I don't know. I like his mid range, and
Oh yeah, the midi is nice. Yeah. He's got the whole arsenal, right? You know what I mean? Like the Kobe joint, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm mad. He can get it from many angles.
Right.
Yep.
Right. I'm mad that I don't actually have a clip of him shooting the ball. You know, this is here we go. You know,
here we go. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. He's got a nice pop with his. He's got a nice pop too. I like the wrist pop on it.
Yeah.
But shout out to Jason. Shout out to Jason Tatum,
sure.
man. He's definitely got a swimmer's body too. Very, very.
Yeah, he do.
Very long, right?
Yeah.
Very felt.
He kind of bulked up too this year a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He looks good, man. He looks real good.
Yeah.
He looks real good.
Cool, man. So that's the prettiest release award. Goes to those fellas there. Now let's go to best handle award. Black, we're gonna start with you, man. Who wins this year's Hezzys for the best handle?
I mean, again, it's gonna sound like I'm, I'm saying I'm riding, but I gotta go with Kyrie.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the shiftiness. He could do. I mean, the ball's on the string literally with him, and any defender that gets caught on that island is pure food at that point. I don't envy that. I wouldn't want to guard that. He, the closest thing to an and one type handle that we've seen in the league, almost Globetrotter-esque.
Yeah.
So I gotta give it to Kyrie.
Yeah, that's a good choice, man. Lee, who you got, man?
We all know what Kyrie does when he's got the rock, man. Just extremely. Yeah, this is extremely freaky. You know what I mean? Like, look at that combo. Hold up. What was
that?
Ooh. Yeah, man. See,
the shiftiness, the craftiness.
Right.
So oh.
Yeah, he's very, very crafty, very shifty. I mean, pretty much he's unguardable with his hand. His handle makes him unguardable. So, I definitely and he's not. You're not trying to take away the 3-point line, kind of like with Steph, because I consider them both to have the best handles in the league. Steph and Kyrie. With Kyrie, you don't know what he wants. You know what I mean? Like Steph, he wants the 3 ball. You know what I mean? But Kyrie will literally take the mid. He'll take the 3. He'll take the layup. You know what I mean? He'll take the reverse layup. Like, you just don't know what he's hunting for, and the handle allows him to maneuver through all those levels.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. It's Kyrie for me. There's nothing to debate.
Man.
Hey, look, and if anybody thinks differently, man, I would love to hear your take.
Yes.
So I could poo that.
Hey, but you know what? This is everybody's open to their own to what style of handle they prefer as well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a lot of different food on the NBA platter.
Yeah.
What food best suits one's taste buds, so to speak.
Right.
It's a buffet, man. So that's definitely the best handle for us. Y'all let us know in the comments who you got. So now we're moving right along to best court vision. This is a good one, man.
Hold on, Mark. We had there's one right after the handle.
Oh, okay.
Handler. Handler.
Right.
I missed that one. Okay. You got
So for those of you guys who watch No Hesi, you know that there's a difference between a coach and a handler.
Yes.
Coach typically is your X's and O's strategist, whereas the handler is pretty much a manager of egos and talents, right? So for me, this person that I'm picking in particular is somebody I've been extremely hard on for the past few years. But the job that he's done with the team that he's on now, has made me do a complete 180, a paradigm shift. If you will. And that's gonna have to be Doc Rivers.
Okay.
Ooh.
Last year, man, I was calling to have Philly blown up. I thought it couldn't work.
Right.
I thought they had to make a decision whether or not they wanted to rock with Ben Simmons or move forward with Joel Embiid. And somehow, man, Doc has been able to put this thing together and make them a number one team on the East and a very for real threat to win chip this year.
Absolutely.
He's gotten Joel Embiid to lock in and just play without all the antics.
Without the antics, right? Without the antics.
And got him in the MVP convo. And he's also gotten Ben Simmons to lock in and just be a defensive hawk, right?
Right.
On top of the fact that he's got the role guys playing well, he's got Tobias Harris playing well, and everybody's singing this man's praises. As much as I've hated on Doc, I gotta give it to him this year, man. He's done an incredible job. Flop Rivers. He's done an incredible job, and it's not Doc's fault. It's not his fault.
Yeah, I like Doc, man. Should he also win the shiniest award?
Absolutely. That brother look plastic. That brother look plastic for sure.
No, Doc Rivers is killing it this year, man.
Doc Rivers should be the Hezzys. Just like
yeah, right. But cast gold that man, right?
Yeah.
It makes him Hezzy. Yeah.
Encrust him in gold and make him the Hezzy.
So I definitely got a handler on deck. And mine, Doc Rivers was a good one. I didn't expect you to throw him out there.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with somebody that doesn't get as much recognition. But he has been handling his team nonetheless, to the point where you don't hear a zip from these guys, right? I'm going to go with Mike Malone. He's been an exquisite handler over the last couple of years, particularly, Jamal Murray is an undersized chucker, right? However, a combo guard chucker even, right? But we don't see Jamal Murray go ill-advised to the playoff start.
Right.
Yeah.
So that says a lot right there. Also, what he's done with Jokic, how he's leveled him up. I mean, man, it's been something to see. He also made the decision between Nurkic and Jokic, allegedly, as far as who he thought had the most potential, and let the front office know who needs to go and who needs to stay. And I mean, just that alone, I mean, that was a very handler decision to do, right? To go ahead and get Nurkic goofy ass up out of there, right? So I rock with Mike Malone, man. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, these are great picks, guys. For me, this guy could be on the list of greatest handlers of all time, underneath Phil Jackson of sorts.
Okay,
I'm going with Ty Lue. He's managed some huge personalities, man. So I'm going with Ty Lue, man, the step over king. Yeah, Ty Lue for me, man. But these are some great picks, though.
I like the Mike Malone. I like the Mike Malone pick, man. You're right. You're right about that. Jamal Murray could easily be a delusional chucker, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. So, all right, that's the Hezzys Awards for Best Handler. Now we're moving on to Best Court Vision. Black, let's start with you, man. Who you think got that vision, man?
Man, this one was kind of tough just because there's so many great passes in the league now, it seems like. I could have given it to, Jokic. I could have given it to I could even stand out and given it to LaMelo, like I'm sure Leak might do. But I got to give it to James Harden, man.
Woo.
I got to give it to James Harden. I'm looking at his stats since he joined the Nets. Everybody thought it was just going to be a chuck fest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But James Harden actually made the conscious decision to run the point.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's averaging almost 11 assists a game. He's great off the pick and roll, great decision maker, great, just overall great facilitator. And he seems to like cut back on his turnovers and ill-advised passes. So I got to give it to him, man.
Yeah, that's a good one. Black.
He's one of the best point guards in the league if you really think about it.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that, but he really is.
Absolutely. I mean, he has what I would call elite on the job training as a point guard, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like he wasn't necessarily a point guard initially, but then in Mike D'Antoni's system, he became the point guard and literally had the ball in his hands all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think he's got great on the job training. And I mean, his usage rate has been so high over the years. He's gotten very comfortable making all the plays around the half court, and it is amazing to watch. I ain't gonna lie, he's almost like an anomaly with the passing ability and the vision. And I agree. It is just what the award says. It's court vision. Like he literally sees the whole court, with all the passes, and he's just like the overweight OG in the gym, just
right,
everybody apart. You know what I mean?
Right. He really looks like Big Nash, right?
Yeah,
right.
the way he probes out there off the pick and roll.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, it looks like classic and new at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout out to James Harden.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, I did not choose James Harden. All right. I did make a choice, and you already know. I did pick the boy Melo. So, when you're doing things like this,
you see how I called that.
I mean, hey, it ain't hard to tell like that Nas song, man. I rock with the Ball family, and you know that LaMelo has checked the box as far as court vision goes, elite court vision. So he's got it all from the long passes to the driving and dump or drop off to the big.
Yeah, that was an amazing look right there. Jeez.
Yeah.
He's got the Tom Brady, like
more of a Pat Mahomes, right?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, more Pat Mahomes than Tom Brady, right? With the cut too, right? You know what I mean? So I gotta go with LaMelo, 6'8", seeing over the defense. Just literally looking like a quarterback. Yeah.
It's LaMelo for me as well.
Yeah. So he's got the flashy package. I'm rocking with that.
Yeah, when he did that underhand, he won the award right there. He took the Hezzys with me right there. So, fellas, we're moving right along to our next category, which is best above the rim or best in-game dunker. Black, let's start with you, man. Who's taking that award for you?
Well, man, it's awesome that you guys picked LaMelo as your court vision Hezzy winner. Because my Hezzy winner for above the rim finisher is a recipient of a lot of those passes. Miles Bridges.
Yeah.
He's slowly becoming one of my favorite finishers in the league.
Yeah.
Just off explosion and freakiness alone, and he's not afraid to try to bap on anybody he catches underneath that basket.
Right.
And he most likely will bap on whoever's underneath that basket. So that's my winner. It's Miles Bridges.
Yeah. Nah, Black. And once again, you're not alone. All right. Like that Michael Jackson song. All right. You are not alone. I am here with you. Okay. And Miles Bridges is the freakiest 48-minute dunker that we're seeing on the court this year, and that is a fact. I mean, nobody's getting nastier above the rim with that. He reminds me of Vince Carter, honestly.
Yeah.
He's got I've been calling the baby Vince vibes for a minute too since Michigan State. But he's just nasty, just downright nasty, man. I mean, Now,
Come on, man.
Budding rap career as well, right?
absolutely. Ooh, yeah, with the windmill on the fast break.
Yeah.
Flint, Michigan's finest.
Right.
Yeah. He's my award winner as well.
Now, I do have an honorable mention because I would be remiss if I didn't mention this dude because he's been doing his thing as well. So just give me one moment so we can get this up because I just feel like we'd be doing ourselves a disservice if we did not incorporate this guy as well. We don't see many point guards get up like this anymore, so we got to go ahead and show that love. But I'm gonna go with honorable mention Ja Morant.
Yeah.
His in-game dunks are pretty. Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
As Stephen A. Smith says, he is box office, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's pretty.
The windmill yammy.
Head at the rim.
Yeah.
Right.
Also a candidate for best cut in the league as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ja does get well over the rim with his dunks, usually on the alley-oop finishes. I've seen a lot of them where he was able to execute punishment with one hand, kind of flying from a distance. It really looks like an Olympian almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he jumps, looks like he's doing like a jumping Olympic activity rather than basketball.
And the thing that catches you off guard is that he don't look like he's gonna get up like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a small, kind of a skinny frame, not super lengthy.
Yeah.
But when he takes off, it's like, man, he just keeps going.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So I got Ja.
Honorable mention. All right, fellas. So we're moving right along here to the next category, which is best lockdown defender. So we're gonna start with you, Black. Who do you have for best lockdown Hezzys award winner?
This year's Hezzy goes to Ben Simmons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all been watching Philly much this year, man, but he's pretty much guarding 1 through 5 at this point.
Yeah.
Without problems. I want to say he's averaging a little over 2 steals a game. Yeah. But just his ability to his versatility on defense, his ability to switch on pretty much everybody and hold his own, aside from, some of these bigs in the league are just a little too big for him. But we're talking like somebody coming in off the pick and roll from point guard to all the way down to a 7-footer. He's going to hold his own fairly well. So I'm going with Ben Simmons for sure. And he might get Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Yeah.
I agree.
Real, man.
I agree. And he's definitely looking like a Defensive Player of the Year for sure.
He's looking like a supercharged Draymond Green, essentially, right?
Right. Yeah, I've seen Ben Simmons make a lot of plays defensively. I think him and Joel Embiid are both in actual runnings for Defensive Player of the Year as well.
Yeah.
But he's taking cookies. I mean, 6'10", right? It's very difficult to do anything with this guy, honestly. But yeah, he's got the body, the size, almost like a defensive Bron, almost, right?
Right.
Like Bron, but the sliders are turned up defensively and down on the perimeter, on the shooting. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. He's not gonna kill you on the offensive side. Right. But he's gonna lock in on you on defense, and if he gets on that break, it's a wrap for you.
Right.
Yeah. There you go.
Now I didn't choose a player, so to speak. For my Hezzy award, it's gonna be a play. All right. And the play is actually we're gonna show love to the rookie Anthony Edwards when he put clamps on the then MVP candidate Luka Doncic. I thought this was just an incredible display of just digging in and being physical like a guy on the street would. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Body.
Right. So I was feeling that. I think Kobe would be proud as well, obviously.
Yeah,
they really got Kobe looking like a deified figure, right?
Right.
He's like a hoop Eurochrist, right? You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I think those are some good picks, man. Those are definitely some good award winners. For me, I have PJ Tucker as a kind of an honorable mention, man. You know, anywhere he goes, he changes the temperature of the defense. So
absolutely.
Hey, he's an enforcer for real.
Yeah.
And talk about guarding 1 through 5, right?
Right.
I mean, that guy's stout like a mushroom. You know what I mean?
Right. So, fellas, while we're there, let's transition to best blocker of the league, man. So, give me your takes for that. Black, who you got for best blocker, Hezzy Award winner?
Man, this is tough because there's quite a few rim protects in the league that you don't want to make an enemy out of. But I'd have to say I'm gonna roll with the Stifle Tower. I mean, that's literally all he does, right? Yep. He got a $200 million contract just off that alone. Well, I think for that you have to credit that man and give him some. You got to give him his flowers at this point,
right?
Yeah, right.
And you know, I don't see too many dudes coming off that pick and roll and trying to bap on Rudy Gobert. He's that shot changing of a player.
He's verified.
Yeah.
Lee, who you got, man?
No, I'm actually not going to go Rudy Gobert because and for actually the opposite of what Black said. I've seen him get backed on too many times. He is a great defender. He is a great defender. He is a great shot blocker. But you know, man, he's got posterized a lot. You know what I mean? And most recently was the one from I think it was 2 days ago. 2 days, very recent. Yeah, I think Michael Porter Jr. bopped on him. So let's go ahead and get that. This. Yeah. Ooh. So just look at his body. Look at his body. Look at his body from the contact. That's what gets me. It's the body jolt for me. You know what I mean? It's like a wrestling move when he gets bapped on, right? Now, I'm actually going to go with Joel Embiid this year. I'm going to go with Joel Embiid. I feel like he has been truly an intimidating force down there. Guys don't want to win him. I think not only are they scared of the block, but they don't want to end up on their backside. You know what I mean? So you got to pick and choose when you drive into a lane against the Sixers. Rudy Gobert obviously is a great defender. I'm not taking anything away from him, but I just – he's been bodied a lot, and like any great shot blocker, right? If you go for them, right, you're bound to get bodied. You know, I mean, it's just a part of the game. So,
right, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Embiid as well for me. So that was some great picks there, fellas. Yep. Moving along, we're going in that same vein. The best body of the year, Black. Who you got, man?
Look, we already know exactly what time it is.
Come on,
Leak, you should already have that pulled up at this point. We all know. My Hezzy goes to Ant-Man Edwards. And I still don't know who it was that he bodied, man. Some cat on the Raptors, man. Some irrelevant cat on the Raptors, right?
He said no clue. I still don't know what that man's name is, right? That's crazy.
Hey, he showed, as Hov said, forever remain nameless, right?
Right.
This may be the greatest dunk of all in NBA history.
Yeah.
It looked like a wrestling move, like he came off the top rope onto a table, right?
You know what? Let me go ahead and there we go.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yo, he got RKO'd.
Hey, we gotta find like a Jim Ross soundbite to throw in the back of that,
right?
Like a good God.
Oh
my God.
And it's the landing for me, fellas. It's the landing. He landed on top of the man.
On him.
All right, yeah.
And it was so light. It was extremely light.
That's what a Hezzy Award winner looks like, right? You know,
right.
He wins the Hezzy Award.
It was extremely light for him. He had no problem doing it. No remorse after, even. You know what I mean?
Right. And so Black. I knew that was going to get brought up, so that's why I decided to go in a different direction. I actually went back to Miles Bridges and the embodiment. Excuse me. Oh, what is this? Is this okay? Yeah, there it goes. It was a broken plate. Those are the worst, right? Hey, look how Capella turned around. Like, I'm gonna just walk that off. Like, look how he turned around. Like, he turned around like, ooh, like, you know what? Let me get him out of here, man.
He had no chance to block that either.
Oh man, it's the launch pad for me. All right?
Right.
It's the launch pad for me, man.
Yeah, that was a body for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And watch his soul leave Earth right here too.
He knew. He had lost.
The soul right there. You see it exiting his body.
Woo.
Yeah, man. So definitely.
Hey, LaMelo dressed like somebody's mom picking him up from school.
Right.
Yo, man. So those were some great highlights, man. It was Anthony Edwards for me as well, but both of those, man, were incredible. So, fellas, we're moving right along, man. We're running out of time, but we gotta go through these ones. So we're going with best role model. Best role model. Black, who you got for that, man?
I think it was supposed to be role player.
Oh snap! Does it say role model?
That's my bad, y'all.
I mean, we could go there too, right?
You over adding on stuff.
Basically, like who's more than an athlete, right?
Right. The more than an athlete, Hezzy, right? You know what I mean?
He's a humanitarian award.
Right.
Hey, look, no Hezi doesn't care about that.
Right.
Let's be honest, right?
All right, best role player.
All right, man. This one was tough. I have a real answer, and then I have a troll answer. And I'm gonna start with the troll answer. The Morris twins together.
All right.
The Morris twins, when combined, have become, quite the proficient and efficient role player for their respective teams.
Right.
The numbers aren't jumping off the page, but together, anytime they're in the game, you feel confident that they're going to do their role. And I think that they're helping their teams on their respective chip runs right now. But my real answer has got to be Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose he's gone through a lot.
Yeah.
He's gone through a lot in his career. He had a career-threatening injury. He's since come back from that. He started the season on Detroit this year. Things weren't going well for him there. So Detroit made a move to trade him to the Knicks. And ever since he's been there, man, he's been doing everything they need him to do. And he's not ball dominant. He's not doing too much. Right. He's not trying to get his groove back. Right. He's just playing within the flow of the offense.
Right.
He's being a good teammate. They say he's helping out the young guys. Right. He's being a mentor. So yeah, man, I had to give it to D Rose, man. We got to give D Rose his flowers, man, while he can smell them. All right.
Yeah, I like that one. Who you got, Lee?
I'm gonna go with mine is more so of a troll kind of response. I'm gonna go with Tim Hardaway Jr. This guy is every time Luka does something, Tim Hardaway Jr. is right there to basically make physical contact with Luka to let him know how much he appreciates him and how much he's along for the ride, so to speak. I mean, This guy is constantly high fiving, fist bumping. Sometimes he's not even sometimes he's not even noticed by Luka, and he's still there to show Luka some love. So, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Tim Hardaway Jr. Just want to show him, we see the vibes.
Right.
If Luka says, I think I want to get a 3-point shot this possession, Tim Hardaway Jr., hey everybody, Luka wants a 3-point shot, so let's make sure we get him a shot. All right. Like that's what Luka thinks. So I think I want a blueberry muffin. Hey y'all, hey, you got blueberry muffins? Okay, yeah, bring them over here. I think Luka won one. That's right? So shout out to Tim Hardaway Jr. Constantly affirming Luka Doncic as he travels through his GOAT life.
No, those are good picks,
Yo,
man.
I'm dead.
All right, fellas. So we moving right along, man. This is a good one. The best and most important acquisition of the year.
Yeah.
Who you got for that one, Black? This is a good one, man.
Man, I got to give it up to Big Julius Randle out there in New York, man. I got to give it up to him, man. I mean, it went from Knicks lost, right, for like the last 20-something years, right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think the Knicks really been good since I was, a fan of hoop. I mean, they had those years with Sprewell, Allen Houston, and them.
Right.
They had a little chip run, but I mean, when you really look at that team, that was a weak East. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Big Jew has revitalized his franchise.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's gonna make an all NBA team this year. I mean, we were roasting Big Jew when he was on the Lakers for his lack of move set, right?
Absolutely right.
And now I mean this guy's getting it in multiple ways now. He's pulling up from three.
Man, he's a throwback player, man. He's like what Charles Oakley's father wanted Charles Oakley to be, right? Like, not only is he an enforcer,
he's equal parts goon.
Exactly,
and star, right?
right.
He's a goon star,
Absolutely.
basically.
He's a goon star, right? He's a goon star.
He's creating his own lane.
Yeah.
Right. So I rock with Julius Randle, absolutely.
Who you got, Lee?
My best acquisition, forgive me for not pulling the clip, but it would be CP3.
Yeah.
I think the addition of CP3 just literally put them in the upper echelon of the Western Conference, right?
Yeah.
That says a lot. Yeah. So I'm going to call that a big dog acquisition. And remember, they gave up a couple things when they got him too. So it was kind of like a little bit of a risk, you know what I mean? Didn't know if CP3 wanted to be there, so to speak. But I mean, he came through and just put the cherry on top. So I'm interested to see how the playoffs look for them. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna go with CP3.
Yeah, those are some great choices, man. Great choices. I can't get mad at neither one of those. So, fellas, now we're moving on to the most disappointing team or player this year. I know there's a lot to choose from. So, Black, I'm gonna let you tell us who wins the award.
Man, I'm gonna go with team and player, and they happen to be one and the same. I'm gonna have to go with the Lakers, and I'm gonna have to go with Anthony Davis, man. At the beginning of the year, I mean, we were pretty much we were cashing in on the fact that the Lakers were a better team than they were last year, and that they would be in the finals. And now we're questioning whether or not they're gonna make the playoffs. Now, mind you, they've had several injuries,
right?
Mainly to Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
and that's been one knock on him throughout his whole entire career is whether or not he can stay healthy. Seeing the boy seemed like he could care less ever since he won the chip. I mean, we see him on Twitch more than we see him on the court, man.
Right.
So for me, it's the Lakers and it's Anthony Davis, and it hurts my soul. It hurts my soul to say that.
Lee, what you think, man? Who you got for this award?
I'm gonna let the Lakers and Anthony Davis slide just because the injury bug. You know what I'm saying? I think that really kind of turned things up. AD was playing a little lackluster compared to, being the young guy that was featured on a chip tape. And for him to come back like this, you know what I mean, this definitely seemed like a quote unquote sophomore slump after a GOAT chip tape, you know what I mean? But I will say my disappointment of the year is kind of like Black said, a team and an individual, one and the same, but it is not a player, it is a coach. I'm gonna go with Stan Van Gundy. He's been that to me is a bad taste in my mouth from.
You can see the stress, right?
Absolutely. I just don't think we all thought that the Pelicans were going to be a much better team the last 2 seasons, honestly, but this year for sure. And he did not deliver the goods. It's a lot of things I can say about what I think he's doing wrong, but just overall, like he just wasn't the right hire, so to speak. So
right.
I'm gonna go with Stan Van Gundy.
And the cold part is, man, we had a lot of anticipation for what he could have done. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm gonna have to go with the Pelicans as a whole as well. That was my pick. So
yeah.
Before we get out of here, Lee, can I ask you to do me a favor? Can you cue the music for this one, man? I mean, this is it right here, fellas. The most prestigious award is the Headband Award, and this is when we crown the best player for this year. So, fellas, who is the Headband winner for this year? Black, let's start with you.
You know, man, this is one that really hurts me, man, because I had a lot of hate for the take that I'm about to give myself. I gotta give it to Nikola Jokic.
I gotta keep the music going for this one. I gotta keep it going. Should I go and put him up on the screen before you even say it, Black? I can't be wrong. I can't be wrong. I can't be wrong, Black.
Hey, you are wrong.
I'm wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll crop the music. Go ahead.
Hey, look. Hey, I ain't that stupid.
Okay. All right. Lightweight.
And a whole No Hesi community would have off you for that, right?
All right, go ahead.
My whole credibility would have been shot.
Right.
Nah. Nikola Jokic. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what Steph's done this year has been incredible. He's definitely all the criticisms that I had for him up to this point, he's definitely answered all of that.
Yeah.
But his team, they're in play-in talks, so I can't give him this. But who I am giving it to is most likely gonna win the MVP this year. And I also had hate for him just because I'm tired of the Euro talk. But I gotta give it to Nikola Jokic, man.
Yeah.
His court vision, what he means to his team, his size, just his overall style of play, man. We haven't seen a guy like this in the league. He's not athletic whatsoever, but he keeps eating food, man. Every game he's eating food.
He's eating.
And he can't be stopped. So I gotta go with Nikola Jokic, man. It's soft as he looks right there. Right?
League.
Yo, hey, I'm dead that y'all thought I was actually gonna say that Steph Curry is the best player in the league too.
Hey, he gets the award from me. He gets the Headband Award from me. I gotta give it to him.
Stephen Curry.
I gotta give it to him from leading the league in scoring, beating out Bradley Beal. I mean, he literally had to average the most points in the league to even get these guys into a playing game. So, I mean, the playing game could be a knock on him, so to speak, because of where he's been as far as championships, back-to-back even, unanimous MVPs. But I don't consider it a knock. I consider it a testament to how great that he's been this year. They got a lot of guys who have no experience playing in important games. Draymond Green is, I mean, He's
a three-time
literally
champion.
Yeah, he's a three-time champion, but he gives you no offensive production. He gives you none at all. I mean, I literally watched the highlights, and Draymond Green gets the ball and literally looks directly for Steph every single time.
Yeah,
that's how he does his pitch. He's just literally looking for him, and he is a good passer, so he is able to get him the ball. But yeah, man, he's been carrying a quote unquote G League team to the play-in. Shout out to Maestro 1906.
Yo, Maestro wanted me to say Curry so bad too, man. He couldn't wait for that.
Right. Yeah, he said go with Curry or Trey, right? So yeah, I got Steph, man. I got Steph. Right. I mean, I think he's shooting like 13 or 14 threes a game. I mean, this is a ridiculous he's just I don't know. I can't even say what he's doing, honestly. So yeah, I got Steph. Who you got, Mark?
Well, it was Steph for me, man, as well. Okay. The little guy from Golden State, man. He's having a great year. So it's definitely Steph for me, man. But this has been an incredible.
Hey, I'll die on this hill.
Y'all, this has been a great award show, man. The first annual Hezzys, man, is one for the books. Fellas, any final words, man, before we get on out of here?
Hey, man, I just want to say, man, hey, we, we're almost wrapped for another season, another hoop season. Yep. Very tumultuous year. You know what I mean? A lot of narratives. There were a lot of narratives this year, guys. I just want to thank you guys. I want to give you guys a Hezzy for, coming back Monday after Monday, giving, nothing but incredible takes.
Right.
So, shout out to y'all, man.
Man, one love, man.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, shout out to y'all as well. Shout out to the people in the chat, the playback viewers. It's been a great show. This is a great idea, Black. I really loved it. We always come up with little interesting hoop narratives. So, I mean, to have the Hezzys to kind of go in a little more, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing. So, I'm pretty sure everybody's getting a kick out of it. So, yeah, man.
Hey, this should be the new ESPYs, right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, man. So
have everybody show up with their suits and they cut, right?
Right. Man, we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate everybody checking us out on the live and the replay. And don't forget to share this, like, subscribe, all those buttons that help the algorithm, as they call it. We appreciate y'all, man. And we out of here.
Peace.
Peace.